What's new?
He jumping right to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I answer it. What is new, man? Well, I learned something today about seen this video with Dave Chappelle. He was on Conan, and he was like, "You know how much the Indians sold Manhattan for?"
The Indians?
The Indians.
Yeah, the indigenous people.
Oh.
So
who you thought it was?
Just Manhattans. I mean, I thought you was talking about like actual Indians. I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, so I'm like, yo, they own, like, they sold Manhattan. They said they sold it for like $24 back in like 1600s. I'm like, that's a crazy amount of thing. He was saying that the impression was
nobody could own land.
Yeah,
so they thought they was getting over.
So you know about this? Yeah. So he's like, you want to buy this guy?
Yeah,
like let's make a deal. So I'm just thinking like how wild that is, like the value of something. When you don't know the value of something, you just be like selling it for like dumb cheap.
Right.
So it was nothing too crazy. That's what I learned today. I just thought it was amazing. Like they
that's a hell of a
Manhattan. Like just think about it.
But it's a hell of a way of thinking though. Like if you don't necessarily put value in a specific thing, like somebody come along and they like, yo, I'll buy this paper off you for 50 grand. And you like 50 grand. I got a lot more paper. They like, oh yeah, you do? Let me get that paper. And then for whatever reason, whether it be because the world is in it and they can burn that shit, or whether that's the type of paper that such and such was built on, or like whatever it is, you find out that you got like pennies on a dollar. Like if you would have held on to that shit,
they would have been worth a lot more.
Yeah, but from where you stand, it's like your society is built on this fucking paper, dog. You got trees over here, we can make 1,000,001 of them things. They like, yeah, okay. Well, we want this because all of them trees that you use to make paper is about to not exist. For whatever reason, it makes that scarce. And now all of a sudden you like, holy shit. You got to think about it. The Indians didn't know really how much land they were on. And they didn't own shit. They just set up shop and kick rocks whenever they decided to.
But it's like, yo, if you didn't know you could buy land, how can you sell land?
Because they thought that they was just speaking nonsense. So they were just like, here, take it. Yeah, I gave it to you for $24.
Yeah, like if you come outside and they like, yo, I'll buy 6 of your breaths. Just go ahead and breathe into this bag. And you like, how much you want? 10 grand.
Yeah.
Like you like
next thing you know, you suffocating.
Next thing you know, carbon dioxide is at an all-time high. You like, shit, I need to keep these breaths.
Yeah.
Like you don't know. So that's how society be built. That's how a lot of motherfuckers got though.
So do you know anything? I didn't do extensive research. So what happened after that? After they bought the land, they was like, oh,
they
we want it back?
Nah, they had justification for legally owning it. They start pushing you further and further west and you fuck. That's all they did.
That's literally what happened.
Like
they just pushed them. They just pushed them out.
Yeah, it's like that. Now you sitting there like, well, we ain't got nowhere to live. Now you begging for a reservation.
Yeah,
now you got an Indian reservation.
So where they at?
On the reservations,
somewhere in the Midwest.
So that's what all the Indians is at?
Yeah, basically
they got reservations in North Carolina.
For real?
Yeah, at least that's what I was told. I've never been to one.
There's this chick on Instagram. She got turkey. She an Indian chick. Like she really promoted like I'm Indian.
Like Native American.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, she looked Spanish.
Okay.
But you could tell slightly different, but she got a nice ass body. And she used to make all these posts like wearing red man, like adding red man. I don't know what that was about. I always thought it was kind of weird. Like she was trying to get red man caught up or something.
Is red man Native Indian?
No.
Because that'd be dope.
No, it's just that's just what people used to call light-skinned people. You was either high yellow or you was red bone. So he was reddish, so he called himself Red Man.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Wasn't nothing crazy.
Nobody. That'd be dope. That'd be dope if his name was Red Man and he was Native Indian, or he had something in him.
There would be. Maybe he is. I don't know. But
that's why he named himself Red Man. I never knew why he named himself Red Man.
But here's the thing, though. It's like most motherfuckers don't realize, like, people don't be trying. That's why I look at intention, like, because ain't nobody trying to be offensive. Right. You just looking to be offended. People are out there like looking for something to be offended on. Yeah. That's why you got these like motherfuckers who don't got nothing to do with nothing. Like, let's say I get offended by somebody saying some, like if I'm in the hood and people use the word chink for
Yeah.
Chinese. You know what I mean? Like, which is a derogatory term. But if I'm in the hood and I'm around people who I grew up with, and they say that just saying that they go into the Chinese store, like, and I decide to get offended because I can, and I like got 0 Chinese friends. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you just
You
looking at
can't
me
say
offended.
that.
Yeah, be drawn for no fucking reason. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
People think they have to be a Captain Save-A-Ho, for lack of a better term,
I guess.
or they
Or
gotta
people just
be
like
they gotta
having
be the
sex.
spokesperson for justice.
I guess. So people just like having power over other people. So that shit's stupid. This is dumb.
What's derogatory?
I mean, it is derogatory,
Like-
but you don't know that it's derogatory.
What, chink?
No. You might know it now. I'm saying, like, when you was growing up, it was a lot of terms that you didn't know. I remember when I was a young boy and my mom had this gay friend. And he was in the house. And I said, I can't remember what I said to you. Oh, yeah, he brought his friend over.
Yeah.
And he came in the house or whatever. I was like, oh, he a faggot too, right? And he was like, yo, don't say that word.
That's crazy.
Like, but before I said that word, I didn't know that word was offensive. Like, I don't use that word. I only say the word to say what I said in the story, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't use that word on a regular basis. I know better now.
Mm.
Like, but I was like 5, 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? So when I said it, it was like, I said that shit because I thought that that's just what you call gay people. Like, I thought that was it. But I will say, and I don't know if it's because of, for some reason, Whoopi Goldberg is in my head. So I don't know if it's because of Jumpin' Jack Flash or whatever. But I did at a young age. I knew for some reason that bitch was a derogatory term for black women. And I'm not saying that is a derogatory. No, I'm not saying it is. I'm saying, but when I was younger, I knew that for some reason. So I knew don't call a black woman a bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that is a negative word for a black woman. Now, I know better now. I know that's not a negative word for just a black woman. But you do realize, like, societally, like, black women are the women who get offended by that. White women get offended by cunt. Black women get offended by bitch. Yeah. Or you can call a white woman a twat. She'll feel the same way as cunt. Or maybe not. Like, it depends. Like, but you call a black woman a twat, she gonna look at you like, what?
Yeah. It sounds nasty.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
It sounds real juicy.
What? That's crazy.
A twat.
Twat sound juicy. Though. It sounds twat when I was like
What a
twat.
It got a little bounce to it.
When you say it like you try to be sexy, your body's like twat.
Give me
Like-
a piece of that twat, baby.
Give you a piece of that twat.
How that twat
You've
look.
never said that before in your life.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in this room has used that in an actual sentence.
I'm trying to lick that
Intentionally,
twat.
though.
Okay.
Intentionally.
Yeah, it's not in your vocabulary.
I mean, it's there, but I put it there. Like, I put it there.
Oh,
It was like,
man.
this word is different. So, but for whatever reason, I knew that that's what that word was, even though I was like incorrect, but correct in some way. But it's the same thing. Like, when you pick up certain shit when you a young boy or when you younger, you start to realize it. But there's a lot of shit that goes on and wherever you live, like, it's just, oh, like, that's why I don't get mad at, like, racists who don't know no better. Like,
You racist, but you don't know no better?
yeah,
Then you're not racist. You just ignorant.
same shit. So I don't get mad at them for that. Like, but when they realize, like, there have been people who met, like, they have this thing because they sheltered in their own environments,
Yeah.
and then they get exposed to, like, an intelligent black person or an intelligent group of black people, or they get out of their environment and realize, like, oh, these motherfuckers just don't know no better, and I was around them. Now I'm learning better, regardless of whether you decide to go work in a different town, or whether you recruited, or you go to a college, you go to the military, whatever, and you start to realize, like, oh shit, people are just people. They just grew up different. There's nothing different than, because, you know what I mean? Like, I know people, they may not use the same words or talk the same,
Yeah.
but the behaviors they exhibit are the same as the motherfuckers who I'm around.
Yeah.
Like, there's no difference. An intelligent person will pick that up real quick. But, you know, like you said, ignorant people tend to stay in that bubble, and they don't know no better. I'm not going to get mad at them because they don't know no better. Now, if they learn better and they decide to be like, you know what I mean? Like, bullhead and be like, no, I don't know, but yeah, they might be okay, but the rest of them, like, oh, so you want to meet every black person and wage judgment on them?
Yeah.
Like, this shit is stupid. So I don't get mad at people over dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Who, that's you?
Yeah.
Make,
That's up with this guy. That don't sound
make a mouth noise.
That's what I was knowing. Like, what the hell is that?
That don't sound like a twat.
Like a twat noises over here.
I went to what's that? Times Square yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, you did go to New York.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I got stopped by this
For
dude.
your anniversary.
Yeah. It
Congratulations.
was dope. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, relationship?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I got stopped by this. I guess it was like, you know how people be in Times Square like preaching or basically trying to get money, gain money, or you know what I'm saying? Like they just be out there doing stuff, just trying to make money or just preaching. It was these group of people that were preaching about how being called African American, that's not like your true ethnicity or your true nationality. Like you're from like the tribe of Judah.
Sound like Israelites.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it is. It was.
They was out there with
They had a
their robes on.
They had a poster of like all the tribes. They had like Native Indian people, Dominican people, like Puerto Rico, like all the colored people, basically. And this dude saw me with my girl, and he was like, "So you see someone of your color, when they do something wrong to you, you can't do nothing back because that's your people. But say if it was somebody that was Asian, for example," I was like, "Oh, here this boy go." he did that on purpose. Like he was just preaching. I'm used to stuff like that, so I didn't really say nothing. But I was like, "Boys, just."
You stood there and listened?
Yeah, I did. I'm used to stuff like I grew up with just figures just preaching, basically, like just talking. You just sitting there for hours, just listening, just waiting to see if they're gonna be finished. They be preaching about something that you don't care about at all, like just randomly.
Yeah, well, I mean, they give a fuck about it. I don't give a fuck about it. Like I was thinking about that today too, like how much weight people put on their opinions.
Yeah,
Like for other motherfuckers, not like for themselves. Like because you can put all of the weight in the world on your own opinion for you, but when you start throwing your opinion out there and expecting everybody else to abide by it,
yeah,
or to give a fuck about it at all, like you doing a little much. That's when I'm looking at this shit. Like, no, you that's how you feel. I dig it. But then when you start looking at like other people, like if you out there preaching, you know what I mean? But you understand human nature. But then you looking down on other people because they don't follow the same path as you. It's like, well, you either are ignorant to human nature or you're delusional, because you do realize you wouldn't be out here preaching if everybody believed exactly what the fuck you believe. Your work would be undone. Your work would be unnecessary.
yeah,
Right? So it's kind of stupid. That's number one. But number two, if you really respect, like if you respect people in general, or even if you expect people to respect your opinion at all, then you got to give other people the same respect for their opinion.
right.
But nobody does that shit. Like hardly anybody does that shit.
Yeah, they want you to. If you don't agree with them, is you the bad guy essentially.
I mean, I guess you the ops, but
Yeah,
It's
like
just-
y'all just can't agree to disagree
yeah, that's why
Like-
we'll never have world peace.
at all.
Never.
Well, you got
But-
people who just want to disagree because it's like that's the cool thing to do now. Like,
Yeah.
if everybody agreeing, I go against that shit.
Yeah, they go against the grain intentionally.
Yeah, you don't do that?
No, I don't do it
Oh,
intentionally. I mean, I typically keep my opinion to myself unless I'm asked for it. Like, I'll have thoughts about shit. And if I think that there's somebody who's like-minded, I bounce shit off of them. Or if I think that there's somebody who isn't like-minded, I bounce shit off of them just to check myself or to see if there's a different point of view or some shit like that. But none of it has any judgment based on it. It's just like, all right, this is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, we do that shit here. Like, I have a thought, and it'll be a completely different, like off the wall thing, or you more than anybody. If I had this fucking thought, and it'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like
Yeah.
that shit don't make no sense. And then you'll have an intelligent debate going back and forth.
Yeah.
But there's no offense taken or given. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, I get it. But
Yeah.
that's when people are just playing the devil's advocate just for the sake of playing the devil's advocate. They just doing that shit because they like to see friction. They ain't doing that shit because they trying to provoke like intelligent debate. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's a difference.
Yeah, trolling.
Yeah, there's people whose sole purpose on the internet is to do that.
To just troll.
Like they'll go on the internet and be like, they'll be like, prove to me God isn't real, or prove to me that God is real, or prove to me that such and such. And then anything that anybody says, they'll just disagree. Just like they'll just have a rebuttal for everything. So you're not looking for your mind to be changed. You're just looking for an argument.
I mean, I don't prove to you that God is real. Why? Who the fuck are you that I have to prove something to you?
Right.
Like that's the approach that I'm looking at it. Like, who the fuck are you?
You scroll through TikTok. That's like scroll through TikTok long enough, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's they'll dead be trying. Like there will be people that are actually trying to convince this person who isn't gonna be convinced for hours.
Yeah.
Well, it's more for the ongoers too, onlookers, people who watching like, yo, bull, he told him, he was absolutely right, and then all people start joining in. Like I definitely got a comment now. I'm not bragging about it. It's just a comment that just got like 400 likes. All I said was one little thing about Young Ma. I just wrote
Ma. Young Ma.
I like she got like liver problems because it got a video of her eyes real yellow. You seen that?
She jaundiced eyes.
That's what that condition is.
Yeah.
Jaundice? Yeah.
Yeah, jaundice. You said jaundice.
Jaundiced.
Eyes.
Like her eyes are jaundiced.
All right. It sounded like
but
one big word.
jaundice. Like it's just with a D.
Yeah. So that's what somebody was saying. I just fit liver problems because I just know that your eyes is yellow when you gotta get liver problems. Or you got shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, she look fucked up. Like I just wrote liver problems, and all these people like. So that's what people be looking for. People be looking for a viral comment,
controversial comments.
Yeah, they just because some of those comments become like as big as the video or something.
Yeah,
I mean, they put it on the news. Like a person responded and said, blah blah blah. Got the internet going crazy. So that's what people be looking for.
Yeah, I did on TikTok. You'll get a couple of instances of that. Like I've commented stuff, not paying it no attention. Yeah, come back to a couple 100,000 likes on a comment.
Yeah, it's like
that I didn't think. I was just commenting it just to be funny.
But some people be trying to cash in on because it's publicity. Because out of 100,000 people,
yeah,
they probably came. Well, probably not. Probably like maybe close to like 20,000.
Yeah,
out of 100,000, might have came to your page.
Yeah,
so people be wanting people to come to their page. I don't know why.
Because that's the currency.
It ain't the currency.
Popularity is the currency.
Currency, attention, clout. Popularity, whatever you want to call it, that's the currency.
Clout.
Like, and they do turn that shit into money, but that's the currency. So yeah, why not? And plus it make you feel better than, like, the internet is crazy. Like that's one of the reasons why I'm super hesitant to be on TikTok and all that other shit is because the internet is like it's a world that doesn't exist. It's like if you live in a fucking waterfall. You living under a waterfall. Yeah. But somebody's sitting on the side of it selling water for $1. Fuck are you doing? Now, if you take that same water and you move to the desert with it, it's something completely different. So you living in this environment that you putting value on some shit that doesn't really, if I ignore it, I'm in the waterfall. That shit don't have no value to me. But if I'm putting, like, if you move that shit to somewhere else where people are in there, like young kids and all kinds of shit like that, then that shit has a whole lot of value. They look at you, y'all looked at me like I was weird when I told you I wasn't on TikTok. I'm not on there. I don't like being on there. I don't put a whole lot of stock into that shit. Like, no, you don't be on that shit?
Because you make videos. So you make videos. I'm like, if you want people to see your videos.
I don't give a fuck whether anybody sees my videos. Like, I'm being 100% honest. My videos, when I post them, they're for me to look back. You know what I mean? Like, I see videos from back in the day of like, this is you 4 years ago. This is you 3 years ago. Some shit like that.
I was wondering about that because I actually was like, thinking in my head when people put workout footage up, but they don't teach us nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, why the fuck you put that video?
PRs.
Like, you ain't teaching me.
Basically, it's more so to either gain publicity or gain clout, make content, or just to put yourself out there. Like, a lot of people are just looking to make content or just be popular on social media. So that's why they post it.
Well, some people know how to, y'all know how to work your body out.
Yeah.
So y'all can teach what?
Work y'all body out. That does sound crazy. I ain't catch it till you started laughing.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Y'all can be like fitness trainers, like. But I mean, I'm looking at it like I watch videos of guys or women who explain the workout and what muscle was hitting.
Yeah, but then with that comes with people who be like, "Oh, he's wrong," when you and everybody else who saw the video knows you're right.
Yeah, they just disagree. They just want to disagree.
Yeah, like they'll just be like, "No, that's not such and such. Such and such said different," and it's just like, all right, bro.
You can do basic Jones. Like I guess I could do a workout page.
You could.
Yeah, and we gonna hit these muscles.
These muscles.
When we do push-ups today.
My man used to call it. He was like, "Yo, we gonna work back arms today. You gonna work back arms? What you are back and arms? No, back arms. Oh, you mean triceps? Yeah.
But see, now you being typical. Like, why can't I say we gonna work?
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah,
You
back
said
arm sounds crazy.
arms. Like, what you working back arm? You working the back of your arm? All right, say the back. We gonna work the back of my arm.
Yeah, but
all
like,
right, I got you.
So if I made a video and I don't know no terminology,
Yeah,
they gonna cut me up.
Yeah,
they gonna shred you.
I'm like,
it's gonna be a group of people that do.
yeah, the muscles in your knee, near your knee,
Yeah,
is gonna benefit from this. So let's do these lunges, and we going. Well, that's a technical name. Let's do these. I forgot what they call these.
step outs.
Yeah, you're gonna do these step outs.
Let's do these walking squats.
They are walking squats.
Walk out step leg push ups.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't got time for that, man. I'm just gonna be saying what I want to say.
Yeah.
It's like producers, they might come to me, beats and shit like that.
Yeah.
A producer might be like, yo, you quantize it like 1/16 of a beat. I'm like, man, it's on beat.
Yeah. I do hate those terminology.
Yeah, hit the swing to it.
Yeah, they like, bro, I just tell you what I did. Yeah, I pressed these buttons and it did this.
Yeah, it's like technical. Like I don't got time. I can't tell you nothing real technical about making a beat.
But it's the same thing. We was just having a conversation about working out, like whatever. It was like when people use the specific muscle.
Yeah.
So like most muscles have like different parts of that muscle.
Yeah.
Or different like sections of that muscle, and they'll use the scientific term for the muscle, and the general public who you trying to push this shit out to is lost.
Yeah.
They don't know what
They're like, your latissimus dorsi, like, and nobody knows what that is.
Nah,
but if you call it a lat,
they're like, oh, your lats, your lower lats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is whatever. Like they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, but that's a clear term. But back arms, like I'm lost, bro. Back arms, back of your arm.
You know what they mean?
No, because I thought he meant like back and buys. Because that's a group that's how people typically work out. If they want to work their arms, they'll incorporate their biceps with their back. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, bet we could do back and buys. He was like, no, I'm talking about like back arms, like right. Oh, your tries. All right, cool. We could do that too, but I don't isolate them. Like I don't just go in the gym and just work triceps. Like I'll incorporate it with something else to get a tricep workout and explain that shit to them. Like, oh, all right, cool. But I'm not out there, but like this, like this works the long head of your tricep. Like, all right, first of all,
the long
pause with the long head.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
But
that sounds
second
insane.
of all, like I'm just explaining to them basics. Now, if I'm going into the gym with him, it's different. Like if you sitting there trying to explain to a producer exactly what they need to do around a program or with a specific machine or something like that, you can get into the technical terms because y'all are on the same page.
Yeah.
But if you putting that shit out there to people who just trying to learn how to make beats, like you just trying to sound smart.
Well, no, that's the problem though. If you're teaching somebody who's trying to make beats, they're never going to learn terminology because I'm not training them with terminology. Same thing with working out. If you're working out with somebody, if they telling you like you work your triceps, work your quadrilaterals and all these things.
Quadrilaterals.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I just started quarter turning a jump.
Quadrilateral.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sound like some shit like, yo, I gotta work more. I swore I heard it in my what is that? What I had? Physical therapy for my knee. I swear I heard him say that.
Your quad?
Quadrilateral?
Yeah,
Quads?
Yeah, there. Yeah.
I thought it was
quadricep. It is quadricep, but quadrilateral sounds closer to what he said.
Sounds mathematic.
Yeah. Quadrilaterals.
Quadricep, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I heard all this stuff. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. You want me to just jump around the room? I'll do that to see if my knee is still injured. That makes sense. Like, you get paid $8,000 a month to talk like that. I get paid nothing to come here. I just get well.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like, so you got to tailor your vocabulary. I don't even want to say vocabulary. You got to tailor your behavior really to the person you're trying to communicate to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you really want to be understood, if you just want to be out there barking and saying shit just so you can feel better about whatever you're saying, that's one thing. But if you actually want to convey a message to somebody, you got to figure out the best way to convey that message to that person.
Yeah.
You know You know what I mean? Like, because not everybody is patient enough to try to receive your message. Like, especially in this society. Like, that's the reason why TikTok is so fucking big, because the attention span is like...
It's like the cliff notes to everything.
That's it. You know what I mean? You just scroll, and you don't remember half of the fucking videos. And then somebody will say something to you, like, you ain't never see that video, such and such and such. Like, no, I ain't see that joint. And then they show it to you, like, oh yeah, I seen this shit. Like, I seen this joint like 3 months ago. It's like, you don't remember that shit.
Yeah.
Because your attention span is so short. Like, you're not holding on to nothing because you prepping yourself for whatever's coming next the whole fucking time. So then that's the attention span of people when you talking to them now. Like, they're not really trying to hear half of the shit that you're trying to say. So you got to be able to deliver that shit to them so they can digest it, and then you can move the fuck on.
Yeah. Like, when I explain stuff to people that come up to me, they ask me something, keep it super simple. Keep it super. Oh, so how do you do this? All right. If you want to do this, you just pull your elbow back. Pretend like you're flexing your elbow more so than your bicep, and it'll work. Oh yeah, I feel it. There you go.
That's it.
Just tell them that.
You should get paid.
I mean, I could, but it takes a lot of patience that I don't have.
Yeah. Well,
like once I tell somebody to do something and they don't do it right, and then they start making excuses,
but they paying you.
Throw my hands up.
Yeah, sound good. If you only in it for the money, that's the reason I don't train anymore.
I was say I'm in it for the money, baby. I'm coming there with a piece in my hand, like,
wow.
we gonna do these squats. What are you doing? you paying me for the knowledge.
But that's the thing. So it's extremely difficult when you honestly want to help people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine...
I want to help myself more than you.
That part, maybe financially, whatever. Like, if that's where your motivation come from, then that's where your motivation come from. But if your motivation, like, if you genuinely like to see people do better, and then you have somebody in there squandering your time and theirs just to say that they did it, like, they more interested in it. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do the next set. Can you hold my phone for me real quick? Can you record me doing this? Form all fucked up.
They want content.
Like, yeah.
They ain't paying you to.
No, they just want to make it look like, oh, I'm in here.
Yeah.
Like, people going to see that you was in there.
Yeah.
I promise you, people going to see that you was in there.
Yeah.
When they see your body change 2 months from now, they're going to be like, oh, you in there. Like, you don't need to post a video. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do this. Like I said, when I post shit, like, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with anybody else. Like, I do like the fact that some people get motivated off the shit that I post. Like, they really do. There's a group of people who, you know what I mean, I might have grew up with or something like that, who really take this shit to heart. And if I see them do a certain exercise and I see them make progress, that shit does motivate me to go in there and do it the next day or my next time training that muscle or something like that. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they getting that shit. It's a motivating factor. I'm not comparing myself to them, and I'm not trying to tear them down. I'm actually happy that they doing it. It makes me feel good. Like, yo, they getting that shit. Like, and so am I. It's like you around like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
And y'all pushing each other. And it's not even a spoken type, like, push. You know what I'm saying? It's just you feel it. And then on top of that, there's people who don't work out, and you may post some shit and they be like, oh man, like, I was talking to somebody and they said that the form that you using isn't for such and such or this or that. And then I can explain to them, like, no, I put my feet further away because I'm trying to target my glutes and my hams more so than my quads. So my feet are closer in or something, like different variations of the same exact exercise. So there's no right or wrong way. It's just a matter of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And then they gain more from that than somebody telling them, like, this is the proper form for what they was taught. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Where you feel it at? Well, I feel it in my biceps, so don't do that. Because that's not what you're trying to train. Just because it looks like you're doing the same movement, clearly you're not. Don't do that. Figure out what the proper movement is. If you want to find out, come with me, I'll show you. Can you draw me up a plan? I don't draw plans. Because now I'm sending you in there to get fucking injured, or for you to sit there and say, oh, he told me to do this and I still ain't getting no gains. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. Nah, come out. I'll show you. And then when you realize, oh, I do know what I'm talking about, you'll start to listen more, and then you'll pick up more about it, and you'll start to understand how your body works, for the lack of a better term. But none of that shit is to get attention. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that shit to have motherfuckers wanting to weigh in on it or to make myself a bigger personality, anything like that. It's just I'm doing that shit just because I feel like that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
You would have a field day on TikTok.
Yeah.
He be on there. If you start posting content on there, you be on there all day denying steroid allegations. You know, he's on gear. He's gonna get it's gonna be all you gonna have a field day. I think you should do it.
Yeah. I know. I'm not doing that.
You would have a field. That would be crazy.
Not for fitness. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
What do you cut up?
What cut up?
Like cut up, or you just more like what they call it, bulk?
Oh, right now, I don't know. I'm trying to lose fat.
Oh, all right. He said
I would say both.
Both.
I would say like he got the
who's
size.
like both? Who's like both? They got their shirt off a lot.
People just walk around they got their shirt off a lot.
like an action star.
Who's cut up and big.
Yeah.
Do you know who you probably don't. Kylie Muscle is?
No.
He used to be like that.
No, like somebody like a superhero. Like somebody
superhero?
Somebody like a action
Famous
star.
person?
Yeah, like that would
I don't
probably
know. He would have to tell you that. I don't know.
I don't know. You seen Creed? You seen them boys?
Oh, so you like Jonathan Majors.
I'm probably bigger than him,
Bigger than him.
but I'm not as shredded as he was in that movie. Like
All right.
you'll never be able. I don't want to say you'll never, but to be as shredded as them dudes are on the movies, like they get like that for the movies. They don't stay like that. You know what I mean? And most of them dudes who be on the movies, they taking shit. So
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, because
Like pharmaceutical grade stuff.
Rocky and Mr. T, even Apollo Creed, them niggas look crazy back in the day.
But them dudes, like they were really into that shit. Like they were. I'm not saying that they wasn't on nothing because I don't know, but they were really into that shit. Like you look at every movie that Carl Weathers was in.
He was a football player. He used to play for the Raiders.
Did he?
Yeah, for like a small part of time. I know this because I Wikipedia while I was watching the movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh, this boy used to play for the Raiders, and he transitioned over to.
But he didn't look like a football player. He wasn't built like a football player. Football players aren't built like that for the most part.
Well, I could see him being a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like super big. He seemed like a small Jerry Rice type dude.
You watch wrestling? Or did you used to?
No. I know who these wrestlers are.
I was gonna say Bobby Lashley.
I don't know who that is. It's
Damn.
some random guy. Like
No, I know he's talking about the black boy. His boy ain't got no neck.
Yeah, he don't got no
He
neck,
got
but
zero neck.
that's somebody who's big and just
shredded but bulk at the same time.
Yeah.
boy is insane.
Yeah, I'm not that big though.
Yeah, no, he's definitely on something.
Yeah.
They ain't if he denied it,
He
I
on
wouldn't believe him.
everything.
Yeah.
He on everything. He got 3 heads. He got a head right here, head right there.
Yeah,
like the boy look like he look like
He got bowling balls on his
Huge.
for shoulders.
Yo, what's the point of that?
What?
Aesthetics.
The aesthetic, the way you look.
Yeah, you
Like
wanna
what do
look
you
good.
what you that doesn't look good?
To them that
Like to a
does.
dude is like
It's more so. All right, bodybuilders don't do it for other people. They do it for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
that sounds like the woman thing. Yeah, we ain't got to take it there. But they get dressed up for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, to each his own. But like, I more so look out to look good for myself. I like the way I look.
So you're official bodybuilder.
Yeah,
Official.
official.
No,
official.
I'm asking because I think he was on the road to like you wanted to do like competitions.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you like
there's one coming up in June. I'm into.
You gonna get it? Yeah, so you're a bodybuilder. You never did competitions.
No.
I keep telling him to. He don't want to do it.
They just do it. Just show up. Just to see what happens.
Just show up.
Just sign up. What is registration like $35?
If you can explain to me why I should bodybuild, then I'll do it.
I'll pay for it.
Because you got the body.
I got the body.
Exactly. But more reason. You got the
That's
body.
the only reason.
It's the only reason you could go to a bodybuilding competition because I can win.
Because I can, right. So
Oh my bad.
why do I need to win?
To prove that you've been on point.
To prove to who?
To yourself.
I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm on point. Like I don't need to prove that shit to myself. Like
You don't want to wear the thong. That's all.
I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, I don't.
You got thongs?
Nah, but
But I know it's not just that. I mean, that would give somebody reluctance who ain't secure in themselves. But nah, my thing is like I like the way that I look. So why do I need to go on stage for a whole bunch of other people to prove that I'm the best looking one?
They need a hood version of bodybuilding competitions.
How'd that work?
They need like regular niggas like, that's a good looking body.
just dudes who go to the park and just do pull ups and push ups all day. Them calisthenics dudes.
Yeah, we don't
No
need.
legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like what nurse practitioners there judging these things? Who are these niggas?
Nurse practitioners.
Who are these guys judging the body?
That's like official bodybuilding judges.
They have.
So they had the body build just to know what's a good bodybuilding body.
Nah, some of them are former bodybuilders. Some of them are like just people who are like enthusiasts. Some of them are people
What
like
the hell is that?
what?
Enthusiastic about bodybuilding?
Yeah,
yeah.
You have enthusiasm, like somebody who doesn't necessarily do it, but they enjoy the science of it or they enjoy the aesthetics of it or whatever it is. You can be an enthusiast in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You can be an art enthusiast. You got zero talent, but you appreciate.
So that proves my point.
What?
You can get regular, no notoriety enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Most
to be in the competition or to judge it.
To judge it.
Nah, because then you don't know the intricacies. Like you don't pay attention to the detail.
Yeah, you got to have knowledge.
Yeah.
That's the enthusiast.
But-
Wouldn't he be like into it?
Yeah, believe it or not, most
To a certain degree.
bodybuilding trainers are like that. Like they don't got the genetics at all. They just
Yeah.
have all the knowledge.
Well, some of them have the genetics, but they just didn't have like the best genetics. They couldn't put forth the best package to be up there and be like to place like above 10th place.
Yeah.
Like, so they don't really have the name, but they've been around the industry for so long that people know that they know what the fuck they doing. They can take somebody, they can notice like, oh shit, he got the genetics.
Yeah.
Yo, come here, let me show you this or let me show you that. And then they can bring out the best in that person. So then
Yeah.
they become like these coaches who are like world renowned and people seek them when it comes to being in an Arnold or being in an Olympia. And people look out for them and be like, yo, I got him this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're training them this year. Like that's just how it works. But they're not necessarily enthusiasts. They were participating. They just didn't have what it took.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do they have co-ed,
No,
like men and women competitions?
no.
That would not be fair at all.
Why?
The men
would get washed.
Yeah, the woman would get washed. Like just if you look at the men versus the women,
Yeah.
the men have the size. The men can get to lower body fat. They can get bigger. They can get like they can make their bodies look.
But it
better
doesn't mean
because-
that's the thing about it is that doesn't mean they're going to register to get in it. And then the women that register might might have some of the dudes.
Nah, it's you comparing apples to oranges. Like you could get the best orange, you get the best apple. Which one's going to win? It depends on whether you like apples or oranges. Like that's just what it is.
Well, it's not the best. I'm only saying this because I was watching. That wasn't Thriller in Manila. It was George Foreman boxing Ali, and somebody wrote in the comments. The reason I watched it, somebody wrote in the comments like, "Damn, George Foreman would have been the best if Ali didn't exist." So I watched the whole fight. It was like 8 rounds. So I'm watching the fight like, yo, like they was really getting it in. Like he dropped them in the 8th. Like, but that could have been Ali. Like Ali could have dropped. Like, so at the end of the day, it's like it's all about who's there. So in the competition, you might not have the best guys in the competition. The women might beat the guys that sign up for the competition. It's really not the world. You know what I'm saying? You don't get y'all don't get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I just
That doesn't apply to bodybuilding.
yeah, like
because-
men like genetically, you can take the worst male bodybuilder in the Olympia, and they will beat the best woman bodybuilder in Olympia.
you
or the
automatically have an advantage. Like you automatically. It depends on what you're talking about.
The
too.
bigger, not better. I'm assuming bigger.
Not all the time. But,
Exactly. So
In
it's
certain
like,
divisions,
But here's
yeah.
the thing: women naturally carry more fat. Like you're just going to catch, so you automatically at a disadvantage because
she got to lose it.
how? Like you automatically at a disadvantage. Like women across the board are automatically at a disadvantage because genetically they carry more fat. That's what they use for childbearing and all kinds of other shit.
Yeah.
Like they just naturally carry it. That's one of the reasons why women lose fat slower. Like they always say like a man can go for a walk for 15, 20 minutes a day and he'll end up dropping 20 pounds in a couple of months, where a woman like got to put herself through the fucking ringer and she still got cellulite. Like this is it's not a good comparison. Like you can't take one and then you're talking about prepping for fucking 12 weeks. Like the amount of and then you're talking about the amount of drugs that she gonna have to take in order to lose that fat to really get down to it. It's a completely unfair advantage. So now they don't have the genetics to build muscle the way that men build muscle naturally.
Yeah.
So you just don't. So you don't necessarily have to be big, but if I'm coming in more shredded than you and bigger than you won't get washed.
Well, at least you tried. You showed up.
You showed up. You get a
up.
participation trophy.
Would you fuck a woman bodybuilder? You like big bitches, so
I thought about this before, so I don't think I'd go through with it. I just think they look freaky. They don't look. I mean, I just think it was transsexual freaky, but they don't really look like transsexuals. They just look. They look intense, like too intense for me.
Intense.
Yeah, you see, they face be like
manly.
it don't be manly.
It'd be manly.
No, it'd be tight. It'd be like the skin be like tight. It'd be looking freaky. They don't look like manly. It just look freaky.
That shit look manly. When
Like plastic surgery.
It does look manly.
Yeah.
I'll probably leave at like 3:30. It's 3:17 now. You hear me?
Hey.
You hear me?
What?
So I'll probably dip out at like 3:30, like 10 minutes.
Let's,
I'm just saying.
let's go to a 4.
4?
Yeah. Well, what you got to do?
I gotta go to Philly games.
What time they close?
I gotta check. I don't even know. Let's see. Philly. Oh, they're closed now.
Questions.
Closed at 3.
Oh.
I just want to ask one question.
Oh, go ahead.
Go tomorrow.
Yeah, AJ, what I was gonna say to you was in that movie Brothers,
Yeah.
where his dad smashed the new chick that he what? It's not because your dad right there.
No, I'm just trying to see where this shit
That's
going. Go
exactly why.
No, he was just like, his dad smashed the chick they talking and they ain't say nothing about it. Like, would that affect your relationship? Like,
He ain't smash her though.
he did.
No, he said he didn't smash. They just kissed. That's what the mom was like. Ain't nothing happened.
Because the movie is, I guess they could have said that.
That would be kind of
They
crazy.
definitely-
All right, they just kissed.
It's a lot of questions.
What about kiss? All right, kiss is worse actually because it sounds like more of a lie. Your dad kissed the chick. Now you dealing with her, and nobody said anything, and then
Did they kiss before, or because I've never seen this movie?
yeah, they
Way
kissed before.
Way before.
I mean, it would be kind of weird, but who cares?
Oh, so you gonna move past that?
I mean, I thought you were talking about like it happened while I was talking to the chick. That would be crazy.
No, well,
Well,
if your dad did it when you was like talking to her, like what,
That would be insane.
who you cutting off?
I mean, the girl first and foremost.
Yeah,
That would be imminent. I mean, it's kind of weird. It'd be a lot of questions. There's a lot more that goes into that.
what questions?
Like
When?
that's
Why?
why? Yeah, like what's going on?
That was
Why?
horny. Like,
Yeah, all that.
why would you do this to me? I'm not asking my pop why you do this to me.
Nah, I'm not asking.
I'm not asking.
That
That
sounds
shit. Listen, if that would never happen. If that happened to me, let's say my pop, I'm talking to this chick, and this has happened. Like I've talked to a chick, and then she knew my dad,
Yeah,
and I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. It was like, no,
There's a good
I just
chance
know him from
he
this, I know
slayed
him
it.
from that. I'm like, I don't even want to think about it. I'm off it. Like I'm just I'm going. You know what I mean? Like if I come across somebody like on Facebook and they be like, flirt, whatever like that, I'm like, yo, mutual friends. My pop's in there. I'm like, how does this work? Like, nah, I'm cool. Fuck out of here. You flirt with the wrong one. So, but nah,
damn, AJ, your grandpa and chicks.
but she completely getting cut. Like she's getting cut off from Rip. And
Because
if,
was your
and if
dad
my
was a-
pop knew that I was talking to her and he didn't say shit, like it's a rap. I'm not gonna say like it's a rap. Like I'm not fucking with my dad at all. But it's not gonna be the same relationship.
How you look at your dad? Is your dad a player?
No, I look at my dad like he don't really give a fuck about me to not divulge that. Like, how do you what's the relationship between a father and a son? It depends. Like if your pop is just your pop and he ain't like really play a role in your life, you know what I mean? Like he ain't mentor you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. He just gave you life, brought you up in the crib, and then was like, all right, it is what it is. Yeah. But y'all really didn't have a relationship. He just did his fathering and it was a wrap. Y'all didn't form a bond.
Yeah.
Then okay. You know what I mean? Like there's really not too much for you to be pissed off about. Like, you know, and that, like, I don't think if y'all never formed that relationship, your pop don't really owe you a whole lot. But if y'all form that relationship, he owe you loyalty because he's your friend at that point. So you need to say something like, "Oh, you talking to her? Okay, you keeping it light, right? Why? Because
you still want to hit that to your pop? What?
I would want to know.
Like,
I don't want it to be hit. Yeah, like that's kind of
that's crazy. What it would be at that point. It would be like you trying to smash. Like it's like, oh, okay. Well, I can't take this bitch seriously because I'm gonna be thinking like, yo, who you think was better, me or my dad? Like, nah, I'm just trying to get my rocks. I don't give a fuck whether you think that I was better or he was better. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, I don't even think I would hit after that.
You used to go to your dad's house and spend the night with her.
Huh?
What we talk about?
I'm gonna leave. I'm just saying, you leave like now. You know, and all this stuff, and then you go leave out like. I gotta leave for a few hours. Now I'm leaving you home with pops.
No, why are you leaving? Oh, so you just
I gotta leave. Like I gotta go. I got some business to handle.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop you off. You know what I mean? For pops.
Why?
Like that sounds weird. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that sounds crazy. That sounds like what you said.
No, you so happened like for the holidays y'all flew in town.
Yeah,
you stayed at your dad's house.
So he don't know. Y'all don't know. Like out of nowhere.
No, you know. Y'all know. Everyone's on clear that they had a relationship.
Yeah, no.
And now they're dealing with you.
There would be no relationship. There would be no dealing.
Nah.
You married the bitch.
No. How does it get that far?
Because I just changed the whole scenario.
He said, now you married her. Then you found out.
You went through with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You not you.
You got married. And then you found out.
He said, everything you just said does not apply.
Right. Like, yeah, no. I mean, what she look like? You know what I mean? Like, whatever's going on, like, all right, like, yo, you know I smashed your pop.
Yeah.
You smashed my pop? Ugh. Yeah, I'm still fucking. You bet. Like, I'm gonna still fuck, but you know this is not going anywhere after this, right? Yeah. Or I might not even, like, I don't know. I wouldn't. Like, if she was up front, like, I would tell her, like, yo, I mean, yeah, I can't do the relationship thing with you.
How long was y'all dealing together? Oh, like 3 months. 3 months. It's a long time.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to cut her off.
Yeah, I mean, we can be, we can be cordial.
Yeah,
but you ain't coming by here being familiar. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to know where I work. You don't need to know nothing about me. Like that's too close.
I don't think it's that deep. I mean, I don't think it's that deep. Your dad smashed the joint.
Yeah, you still
you legitimately don't have nothing to do with it. Like.
Yeah, but it's like it's weird.
I guess I don't know. What
being Eskimo bros with your pop, that sounds kind of crazy.
I mean, you're your pop. You're like your extension of your pop. That's probably why she like you.
That's what I'm saying. Like that makes sense, right? Like so that part of it, like you look like a younger version of your pop. So like you take it this way: if the girl is closer to your age, you gonna feel some type of weight. If the lady is closer to his age, you won't give two fucks because that's like more of an achievement. It's like. Oh, I'm yeah. You know what I mean? So you won't care. Like that's the thing. So if the girl is closer to your age, you're obviously looking at her for there's probably a higher probability of you trying to be with her versus just trying to fuck.
Yeah.
But if she's an older woman, there's a lower probability of you trying to be with her because nobody really wants to, not unless that's your shit. Like you ain't like, oh yeah, I'm trying to be with this bitch 20 years older than me.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to be with her like that. Like cause she dope as fuck and all this other stuff. Like, yo, you're 20, she's 40, you're gonna be 40, she's gonna be 60. It's not a good look. You're not trying to marry that bitch. Like you just not. Like that's crazy. Well, when you 40, you want to be with a 30-year-old.
I seen the picture. I mean, pictures, people were just making the shit up. I seen the young, well, he was kissing her. It's like a young Spanish guy and his old white lady. She said she a 78-year-old billionaire.
Oh yeah, he married her.
You seen it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I would have married her.
He married her. Yeah, she about to check in a couple years.
That's it.
To get that check.
Married because she got billions?
Yes.
I mean, no,
Yeah, I know. That's what I would
not
do.
only because of that, because she could be a fucking piece of shit, and I'm not marrying you for nothing. I don't give a fuck how much you gonna check. Like, I got more self-respect than that. But if you're a dope human being and you 70 something years old, I could get past the looks if you dope as fuck, and I could marry you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and know that I'm gonna reap those benefits.
Yeah,
I don't
integrity.
think that
Yeah,
there's
integrity matters when she's a billionaire.
my integrity matters. Period. You tripping?
Yeah,
Like,
I couldn't. I couldn't smash if, or yeah, let smash, let alone marry somebody if there's anything too bad I don't like.
you just said she about to check.
Yeah, but like, if she was a bad person, like you said,
Yeah, like she is like a
can't.
piece of like you gonna marry this old white chick knowing she racist and she like to go around flinging the N word around. Yeah,
because she a billionaire.
like she smack like she when she tell you to go to the store, she throw the money at you right in your face.
No, I'm
Smack you
letting
with
my
that
people
shit.
down saying,
Like for real, they call you like just flat out like this. Take this $1,000 and go get some fucking bread. Nigger.
we do
Smack!
worse.
Keep
we
the
do
change.
we do
And what
worse.
you gonna go?
Here's the problem. We do
all right.
worse for less money.
Huh?
We literally do worse for less money. Like we work for a racist company.
It's not overt. I'm talking about this person is being overt. This person is like outright calling you this. Like they're smacking your face.
They
Blatantly.
calling me this, but it's like if it's a damn near guaranteed, I'm married to her. When she dies, I get the 78 billion.
Yeah. Yep, you get all that.
So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That doesn't make any sense. Like I'm gonna go to work
listen.
and get the what is the word for overt? It was not overt.
Covert?
This is
Covert, yeah.
I get the covert racism.
Yeah.
I deal with the slow covert racism for way less money than the overt in your face, whatever derogatory term they want to call you,
Yeah.
for the billions.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So much so that I was over at this chick house one time a while ago, like a long time ago.
Yeah,
This is a long time ago.
With-
I don't want to be.
they kind of
Yo,
decided
this
up
shit was
to
like
the,
20 years ago.
No, this was a
18.
no. This was a group ago though. I went over there to smash,
yeah.
right? Like it was going to happen, and I just couldn't because it was just she wouldn't sit down. No, she just wouldn't sit down. She was just drawn for no reason, just drawn. So I went over. I was like, I gotta go. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm dead serious. I gotta go. So it's like you annoy me too much, and I don't want to hit.
I don't
know what I
know
mean?
what she looked like.
Let alone
She wasn't a billionaire.
I'm not hitting a billionaire if she's annoying. Well, hold on. I would hit, wait. So all I got to do is hit, and I'm getting the money.
No,
don't
you
care.
gotta
You gotta
take care of her. I guess if she gets sick. She said, I mean, she old. So if she old, you gotta deal with that. You gotta take care of your wife.
Yep, you got to change her diaper.
Well, not really, because she a billionaire. So she probably got like nurses around the house. So they take care of her. All you gotta do is just make her fulfill her last days.
Sling some dick.
Whatever that fulfillment may be. Like, I don't know what it may be.
Sling some dick. You ever see a prolapse pussy before?
No.
Google it. Prolapse vagina.
I'm about to look it up. I got to put it in private. I don't want this on my history.
Yeah, I seen a video like, yo, boy.
You seen a video of a prolapse vagina?
No. But
You know what a prolapse vagina is?
no, I was saying I seen that.
Images of prolapse vagina.
The picture of the guy, the young guy.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
You like that?
No.
Yeah. That's what you getting with a 78-year-old woman. You get that thing that's dropped out
Why I look like that?
because it's dropped out. The bitch ain't doing Kegels.
But it ain't got billions attached to it. That's the issue.
It's
Wait.
a $1 billion roast beef sandwich.
So
from
it's
the
inside out?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
And you got to push it back up in there with your dick. Like you.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, we
Hold
not
on,
doing
baby. Let me
that. I don't
see.
think I'll be able to stomach it.
Let me stuff that thing back up in there before I poke it.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you never seen a prolapse vagina before?
No, I don't
Yeah, on your free time.
no.
That is crazy.
I mean, I just watched it. I literally
Don't look it up. It's not worth it.
I watched it's this lady, her name's Shirley. Somebody posted in their stories about the 78. Now she's 78 years old. It's an old lady, but she do gangbangs all the time. Her name was Shirley. I'm like, let me go to Pornhub. I'm like, oh shit, Shirley. So I'm watching it like,
Is she black?
oh, she white.
Oh man, I never met a white Shirley before.
But you know,
Me neither.
the
I thought
bull-
she was black. I Shirley is black name.
The bull was hitting it. The bull with the gun on his hip.
Weed man.
Wesley Pipes.
Oh, Wesley Pipes.
Wesley Pipes is hitting. They're like, yo, Wesley Pipes is hitting anything.
Yes, this is factual.
They're like, what's up with this bull?
Talking shit too. The boy got
I didn't
You
even,
remind me of you.
no.
What's it saying? He's a different type of horny. Like that boy.
I think he got sick.
Who?
Wesley Pipes. I think something happened.
Yeah, COVID.
No, he had some like I don't know what it was. It was
From all that Viagra.
I don't know. But I think he was rapping. He reminded me of like Young Buck type dude. Not what he into. But I think he was on the social media saying he was like, sick. So I think that's probably what stopped him from doing like porn.
No, okay.
It's messed up when people have lives like that. I'd be like, damn, that's probably why God gave you all this pussy. So you're gonna be sick at the end. Like,
You're just gonna be reminiscing, watching your old VHS Jones.
I don't know. What's the end of a porno star? Like
Probably most of them when they retire.
I mean, I only look for one. Victoria Allure. You know who that is?
She retired.
Yeah, I think she did.
Light skin chick.
Yeah. Spanish chick. So she had a family. Somebody had a video of it was like some random dude on YouTube talking about where she was at.
Mm-hmm.
You go on Facebook, see her like, oh shit, she got kids, 2 kids now, and everything.
She made it out.
I guess, but like, why boy marry her? Like,
I think I know who you're talking about.
What you mean?
The girl had a husband and kids, and everybody was talking about it.
no, nobody's talking about her. No, she wasn't like super famous. She was like early 2000s. Like, she's like one.
Yeah, like people were talking about, like on social media, people were talking about like how did she get married? Who was the boy that married her?
But I think you probably talking about
What's wrong
Reed.
with marrying a porn star? What's wrong with marrying a porn star?
I wouldn't do it.
It's horrible.
You think marrying a porn star is horrible?
Cause you got to think about her body count. She's not talking about.
Why you care about her body count?
What?
I don't understand why. I do not understand.
I can see your body count.
He said that like you crazy.
I could literally see your body count.
Yeah,
I could literally count on like I could put your name in and it's gonna say 69 pages of your body count.
Yo, my man was appalled that you even asked that. He said, "What?"
Some of them videos is duplicates though.
No,
You know what I mean? Like
no. Some of those videos
like
got more than one guy.
Like 128 pages of your wife.
I'm just saying. Like,
Get smashed. I can't do it.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why you don't like. If you're an active porn star, that's one thing. If you've been out of the game for fucking 15 years, I don't.
How do you get over that? Like her body.
How do I get over it?
Her porno. Like it's horrible. Horrible, man. Horrible.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with like body count, but that's like an extreme.
Is it?
Yeah, that's an extreme.
I don't know, man.
It's kind of like everybody. It's kind of like
I don't know. Like you watch commercials.
it's like the self-respect type thing.
You watch commercials for pizza, be like, damn, I want to buy that shit. You can watch the commercials for your girl, like, oh shit, I want to own that shit. Like she sucked the best dick.
No,
Like
you're not getting that same exact pizza.
You getting the same exact pizza.
One of the best things.
Nah, you getting that pizza. You get
Maybe
that
the
same
plate
exact
different.
pizza 17 years later.
But she still got, you know what I mean? She got muscle memory.
It's horrible, man.
I'm you know what I mean, I'm being stupid, but I really don't see the issue with dealing with somebody with a past. Like,
Because if she had a past like that, there's a lot of off-camera performances too.
that's not
In
necessarily
the industry.
true.
Why do you believe that?
Why do I believe that that's not because a lot of women in porn tend to reserve that shit for that.
Why you believe that?
Because
I don't understand where you come up with this. Where you get this from?
From
You know a lot of
documentaries.
women in porn?
No, from documentaries on porn. Like they talk about that shit. Like,
No, that's media.
He's a porn enthusiast. He was
no,
watching
I'm serious.
documentaries.
I mean, I guess
really wanna
porn is
watch
a little bit different now, right? than it used to be. But that used to be one of the things in porn. Like, they don't fuck unless it's on camera, like, at all. They fuck, like, a lot of women who were married in porn fuck their husband, and if they did fuck anybody else, it was on camera for money. Like, that used to be a thing. Now, I don't know that that's the same thing. I'm putting myself in the mindset of somebody like that, and I'm not talking about just necessarily that they married.
Right.
But a lot of people used to hold that shit like as like this thing where it's like, no, I do fuck a lot of dudes, but this is my job. And then they can separate their job from a relationship. So now if this chick has carried herself that way the whole time and now she's retired, she's still like, I understand that it may or may not, I don't know, do some type of mental damage to her, like make her look at things a little different. And maybe she's a little bit more reserved sexually because she felt like that was for camera. So she don't want to perform like that. It's kind of sort of like me when I look at thicker women, and this is going to sound fucking horrible, but when I look at thicker women, my brain automatically goes to sex. Like, automatically. Like, you are for sex.
You talking about thick women or BBWs?
Thick women, not BBWs.
Yeah, we not rocking with BBWs over here. That's strictly that side situation.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I'm not saying what he's saying either. What I'm saying is, like, I'm talking about thick women. So, like, that's where my brain goes immediately. But if I see, like, a smaller woman with a pretty face, like, my brain immediately goes to
wifey material.
Wifey material, lovemaking type shit. But that's just, I don't.
Look,
I mean, I kind of agree.
That's where my brain goes. Now, that can be changed once I start rationalizing. You know what I mean? You meet this person and they are a skinny hoe. You know what I mean? Or a thick reserve woman. Like, either way, it can be altered. But that's where my brain automatically goes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that these porn stars, like, I don't know. I'm just going off of the basis of the scenario that you put forth. So if there is a porn star, like, for me, I'm not automatically dismissing them just because they used to be a porn star.
I'm just thinking about situations like, say the porn star Bull, he injured himself off the set, like, in the street.
Injured himself in what way?
I'm just saying, like, he living his life. Like, he went to the market, he rode a skateboard to the market, he fell, injured, he got a thing on his arm, so he can't shoot porno this week.
This nigga said rode a skateboard to the market. The porn star rode a skateboard.
That sounds crazy. Yeah.
Like, no, where his bag's gonna be?
He gonna be a skateboard like this.
You out of control.
I seen it. I seen it downtown.
A porn star.
No, not a porn star. A person. All right, so like,
go ahead.
Bull from the one video.
So Bull injured himself, right? But he's still cool. He come to the set like, I can't shoot this week. I'm injured. So they replace Nick with Dave. All right, so now Dave hitting your wife. All right, so Dave hitting your wife, and then Nick like, damn, you did a great scene. After the shot is over, he's like, I'm still horny. Just suck me off. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a little something because I can't work this week, but I'm still horny.
Yeah, she
give him a little head. Like, don't see how those situations are possible.
I don't know that they possible. It's just, you just making the story up.
Yeah, that sounds.
I don't know that that's possible. I know that they do prepare for scenes, right? Like, especially when they don't use protection.
Like the fluffers.
Like, yeah, well, I know the fluffers. That's their job. That's all they do. They in there gawking. You know what I mean? Like,
so your chick was a fluffer.
What is a fluffer?
I'm not doing that.
What is a fluffer?
A fluffer is a girl that prepares the male or female, whatever. They prepare them for the scene. So a lot of times, like, if you watch a dude and the scene is going on, like, let's say they come up with a scenario and he pull off his pants and his dick is already hard.
Oh yeah, okay.
He been fluffed.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So your chick, so you date, well, you can't. Let's see in the porn industry. So your chick moved from fluffer to star.
Yeah, no.
Like, she like, I used to be a fluffer for like 6 years.
Yeah, no.
I used to be a fluffer for 6 years. That's crazy.
I
will say it's way different now. Like, you'll listen to, like, I watch No Jumper sometimes. There will be girls that go in there that have OnlyFans that talk about smashing dudes on and off camera.
Yeah.
Like, just wilding out here.
Yeah, but that's like the Wild West. That's like no integrity. Like, you don't take your profession, like, you are a freelance writer for them. So you're not doing a spell check. You got your own little website that you throwing shit out there. There's no editor. You are the editor.
Yeah.
So you can take whatever liberties you want to take. Now, I mean, I'm not knocking them, but they don't have the integrity of somebody who's under this huge production umbrella where, like, you take it this far. There are women in porn who are attracted to black men but won't smash a black man because they feel like their value will come down. right? So there is some integrity there, right? Like, and I'm not saying that that's good or bad. Like, I'm saying like that's just the industry that they in. So if they have the reservation to not do that, you don't think that they have the reservation to not fuck some dude just for GP? I think they do. I think that brings their value down as well. So, you know what I mean? Like that's a difference between OnlyFans and the actual porn industry. Or maybe not. I don't know now. Like, I really don't know now. I know it used to be.
It's bad nowadays. It's bad. You watch a No Jumper video.
But I'm not marrying no OnlyFans chick.
Yeah. But it's OnlyFans chicks that end up doing porn, or porno chicks that end up doing OnlyFans.
But like I said, that's a scenario where you're looking at a different, like you have to take that, you have to bring that into the picture. So now I know what type of shit you want. Like I know, oh no, you was just out here fucking. But some women take their jobs, like they take the job that we have. Like what do Mike say all the time? Oh, you got to take more pride in your work. Yeah. You got to take pride in your work. Like y'all out here, y'all ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. You need to take pride in your work. Yeah. I appreciate that because that's somebody who's going to go out there and do the little shit that a lot of people don't pay attention to. And when he walk away from it, his name is on there. Like he wants to make sure that people pay attention to shit like that. So that's somebody with integrity. Yeah. Like now he ain't out there, you know what I mean? Like my man Cody was out there putting like fucking 8-inch services in the highway. Yeah. They get ripped the fuck out. And now you got gas leak all over the fucking place. Like that's something that's super taboo. Like you're not supposed, so there's going to be both of them are gas mechanics, but one of them is here, but that person doesn't represent this person. Yeah. So that's the way that I look at it. In the scenario given, just because she's a porn star doesn't mean that she's a whore.
Oh no! I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I couldn't do it.
No, but I am using that word because what I'm saying is, all right. So now you got this woman who is out there, but she from Tennessee, sucked off every neighborhood she lived in Tennessee, moved to Philly. Don't nobody know her. Been in Philly for 10 years. Can't nobody get her. But she come over to you, and everything is great, and you loving it. Everything is great. Everything is 100%.
Jimmy from Tennessee come around and be like,
you get a fucking DM like, yo,
where you find her?
Don't do it. Like, don't do it. And this boy send you all the videos from the hood. Like, yo, she was doing it.
128 attachments.
Yo, this is her. Like they got the line. They got the line around the block for boys that's getting ready to tag it and shit. And then you like,
that's the most arousing thing to me.
Horse.
No. No, I enjoy this is what I do it all the time. When I see somebody on Instagram or Facebook, chicks, I'll take their name, the screen name, I go to Google and be like, their name sucking. or Twitter account.
How is that your first thought? Like, yo, she look good as shit. Put her name in, sucking. She had to suck dick on camera.
9 times out of 10, it pops up.
Full of shit.
I'm not even lying.
So you watch the video, you like, yeah, this bitch is.
I knew it.
On Twitter, it probably.
It pops up. Literally. It's funny. Well, this is a given. Her name was Swallows. Her name was. I'm like, her name was,
she might have sucked a dick.
What was her name? Yeah, it was I'm promoted. Her name was Kim Swallows. I'm like, but I seen her on
like birds.
So I'm like, she on TikTok, but all her videos is like I guess showing her butt off. But her name Kim Swallows. I'm like, yeah, I know for a fact.
Oh yeah, I mean that's evident. But
I put it in Joan Kim Swallows. She doing glory holes with her girlfriends, DC parties with her girlfriends on Twitter. I'm like, this is outrageous. So, but every chick I do that, most times they come up that they just sucking some dick online.
I thought he was talking about. I follow chicks on Twitter that you would never know they did OnlyFans until
you type your name in.
They post something about it. Like they post memes on Twitter. Like I'm just tweeting stupid stuff on Twitter. Yeah. And then next thing you know, they promoting their OnlyFans. It's like, when did this happen?
Why you follow?
You would never know. For the memes. Like that's what I follow them for.
I don't follow chicks for the memes. Yeah, where those memes at?
Kim Swallows memes is crazy.
Yo, I ain't follow.
But they be having like regular names, regular pages, and then next thing you know, they promoting their OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yo, they definitely be out there. It'd be. For me, I feel relieved. Like I know I'm not crazy because I'm reassured that because I be looking at the chicks because you can't tell. I think I said this before. You can't tell if a chick is out there doing all these things, and it's funny. No matter how innocent they look, I'm like, yo, she looks like. By first look, my mind says like she looks like she's a nice girl. The experience of just knowing the life, say check it, and when I see it, I'm like, damn, you would never know. It'll happen all the time.
I think if you dig,
second thought is sucking. I mean,
sucking.
First thought is she look innocent.
Good.
Second thought, sucking.
Definitely.
Let me search this up.
That's crazy though. The chick you talking to, all you gotta do is put a screen name in with sucking attached, and she actually sucking.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You ever do that?
Yo, like apps are like search engines now.
Yeah,
like apps are like literal search engines now.
That's what somebody said that they used TikTok just as a search engine.
Yeah,
like you can find whatever the fuck.
It was that podcast I was listening to.
Oh, is that what you? Yeah.
Like you could literally like it's weird on TikTok. You could look up such and such, or like you know how they have the pre-typed searches at the top of the thing. It'll be like such and such, throwing it back in the comments of their video.
Yeah.
Like and nobody commented it. It's just right at the top because so many people are looking for that.
Yeah, like,
that is just that's what they look.
You know
for.
what's bad? You ain't got to finish their name. As soon as I'm like, yo, I'm looking for Kim Swallows. Like, damn, like,
yo, like 18 million searches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nah, but to what you were saying, I couldn't do it because it's like, and I'm pretty sure women look at men the same way.
What?
Most women would say a dude that's been in every girl in porn, they probably wouldn't want to be with long term. It's just it's more of a.
I think women are definitely more likely to bypass that shit than men. I think women,
unless he was in gay porn,
that's different. That's way fucking different. That's super different. Like
go ahead, type in Michael Sean.
I'm not looking.
Shawn Michaels. You know who Shawn Michaels is? The old porn star boy?
Yeah.
Type him in today.
Why?
Don't look it up.
He doing something different today.
Let me just be clear. Like when I was
that joint ain't the same. Like Shawn Michaels back in the 90s. If you're knocking all the Jones down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels today,
he get knocked down.
No, he not getting knocked down. He knocking down, but he knocking down transsexuals.
He's wilding.
Why? You know Shawn Michaels, the tall, dark-skinned bull. Like,
why you gotta describe him? I know what the fuck you talking about. I'm just not trying. I'm not trying to hear this shit. What I want to know is
when did he flip that switch? When did he change?
How many you watch?
I ain't watch any of them. I'm just saying, like, when did this happen?
My man looked him up one day. He looked him up one day, saw something he didn't like.
How many of you was like, yo, my man got something hanging back there?
He said, oh, hold on. Maybe it was just a fluke.
No, because you look up. I mean, if you watch porn from back in the day, you'll look up. You'll type in the guy name. I do. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna look at.
Like, I'm not searching porn by the dude's name.
I would do. Like back in the day, you like TT Boy. You know who TT Boy is?
I know who TT.
Why you know these niggas' names, but you're not gonna search their name?
Because he was a producer.
He was a porno star at first.
I wasn't looking up him. I was looking up the chick.
I would look at like I'm like, yo, I know
a chick that I knew that he smashed.
Exactly.
But I don't know her name.
Exactly. So you got some of your favorite scenes might be attached to these guys. Yeah. You're like, I don't know these chicks. There's so many chicks. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna look up TT Boy or Shawn Michaels. I'm gonna look up Nick East. All those niggas.
My man know every porn star from the 90s ever.
Every male porn star.
Yeah.
Jake Steve. You know Wesley Pipes. You know these guys. What's the other guy? The other guy with they always wear the hat.
Mr. Marcus.
You know these guys. Like, yo, Mr. Marcus had this chick.
I knew he was going there before he even said it. He was like, that's why he said with the hat.
Oh my God.
Yo.
You like, yo, all these, he smashed this chick back in the day. I know Mr. Marcus did this scene. I gotta find it. So Mr. Marcus getting sucked off. Like,
Mr. Marcus getting sucked off.
That sounds
Just type
crazy.
his name in. Every fucking port gonna come up.
Exactly. You want to get it like a tight search going on.
So when you discovered that my man was
No, it didn't bother me. I'm just like, yo, he just throwing other things. So now I gotta put Shawn Michaels
he doing other
80s,
things.
like, or Shawn Michaels retro.
You got to put a filter on.
He doing other things.
He's just not doing the same thing. He's expanding.
This is
Doing
crazy.
things at first. Now he doing things.
Somebody probably told him it was a business deal. Like, yo, man, you didn't got enough pussy in your life. You didn't had all the sex, man. You want to switch over and get some of his ass.
He said, "Yo, if you was doing gay porn, you have no idea."
I imagine the conversation was probably like that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if you
Like,
switch
you
over,
dried up here. We got bigger, better porn stars over here. But if you do gay porn, we could sell you.
you can envision that conversation.
Look, you ain't even got to really do gay porn because they trans women. I mean, they still women technically, but yeah, nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that.
No, I'm not saying you are watching it. I'm just saying, like, what was the point?
I don't know.
I got lost in
Money?
that old bitch for the $1 billion.
Oh.
That's where this came from, I think.
All right,
Yeah.
so here I asked my man this question. Since we putting on money, $1 million on the table.
Mhm.
You got your female relative, or you have a male stranger. You got to smash one of them. Which one you smashing for the $1 million?
Hold on. Say it again.
So you got $1 million on the table.
Yeah.
You got a male stranger
Yeah.
and a female relative. Which one you smashing? Why y'all get quiet?
I mean, me personally, I'm not doing either.
I'm not taking the money.
Yeah, I would just leave the money. Nah, you can have the money. I'm okay.
Say it again. My bad. Say it again.
It ain't even registered.
Yeah, I felt like I missed something. I feel like
I'm sitting there looking at him. He was like,
yeah, you see that I felt like I missed something.
they're questioning Friday's process.
My man crashed. He had to reboot.
He was stuck. I said you got a female relative and a male stranger. $1 million on the table. Pick one.
For sexual activity.
Yeah.
Well, it's female relative, man.
I'm not smashing no fucking.
I'm not. I can't do either. I'm gonna just.
That's crazy.
Well, I had to make a choice.
No, you didn't
if
have
you-
to make a choice. You
Oh,
could
well,
just
if I
not
had to
take
make
the
a
money.
choice, then I'm not making a choice. But you saying like I had to make a
Nah,
choice.
it's $1 million on the table. You ain't gotta take it.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Yeah, I'm not taking the money at all. It's a lot of other ways to make $1 million.
Man, I asked a couple people that shit at work. They all chose the female relative. I look at them different now. Like, y'all boys out here. Y'all
Yeah, I think I still might slide into that female relative.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's a wild. That's wild.
It's $1 million.
No relatives.
It's $1 million.
It's not happening.
Come on, man. You gonna take a hot shower in the luxurious hotel right after you leave? Like,
Yo, them family reunions will never be the same.
Yeah,
they will.
Never be the same. You're gonna be looking at all your cousins like, damn, somebody got another $1 million.
Who? Why y'all
Yeah,
talking about
but-
these things?
We be bored as shit.
The question of the person who brings it up, that's crazy though. The person who brings it up was actually like romancing that thought.
It's not. I bought it up.
Yeah, so you sitting there buttering that thought up in your brain.
It wasn't even that. Like,
Like, I got these guys now. They're gonna have to pick something awful.
I was listening.
my man was thinking diabolical.
No, I was listening
Hey,
to.
this
I was
man
listening
wildin'.
to something, and somebody said something about like possibly smashing a cousin, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not smashing my, because we had this conversation before. But I'm like,
Yeah, I didn't say you was smashed. I said you was having a threesome with your female cousin.
I'm just saying we had that thought before, whatever. But
Yeah. It's
I'm like-
different.
because you're not technically smashing your cousin.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I'm like, if there was a, let me see how far they willing, because I asked them, that's what I said. I asked them, I said, which one is worse,
Yeah.
the incest or the homosexual activity? And it was like, then I posed it the way that I posed it. So yeah, that's where it came from.
Why is I'm not?
I think incest is way worse than there's nothing wrong with homosexual activity.
Well, what makes
It's a lot wrong with incest,
what makes?
but I'm not doing either.
What makes incest not condoning it? What makes incest bad?
What makes incest bad? Society.
So
Like, we being real, right? Like we
Yeah,
not
so
being
technically-
opinionated. We being
Well,
real.
what happens when the baby
We ain't say
if
incest
a baby
pregnancy.
were to be born, what happens to the baby when it's born? Come out with 3 eyes and Down syndrome.
That don't always happen.
Yeah.
It don't always happen.
So, but the incest ain't got to be, you know, sexual intercourse, like, you know, ejaculating in oral sex.
Look, that's.
I'm saying, I get it. It feels awful.
It don't feel like shit because I'm not doing it.
No, I'm saying, if
the
not
thought-
the act, the thought of it makes you feel bad, but no one said, like, technically, like, yo, what's bad about incest? Besides, you know, like you said, pregnancy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And somebody would just bring up, like, morals and...
No, like morals, obviously, but it's there are pockets even in the United States where you just fucking. We out here. You got the female input, I got the male input. You know what I mean? Like, let's put these joints together and do what we got to do. And that shit just goes further and further down. Like, that's what the Hills Have Eyes is about. Like, I mean, like, they motherfuckers was nuts, but all of them was fucking each other. And they all had these deformed kids and shit like that, and they was out there. Like, minds going absolutely fucking nuts or whatever. But that's how royal families got down. For centuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how they kept their pedigree in line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even so much to with puppy breeding.
Yeah.
Like, this is nothing but incest. You know what I mean? Like, they take them, they make sure that they remove it twice or something like that to make sure that the possibility of the deformations and all that other shit ain't there.
Yeah.
And then they put them right back together. So you're never really too far removed from doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. But when you're talking about that direct lineage, like your aunt's kid or your uncle's kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's a different situation.
No, I think it's weird. I think it's weird because it's home field advantage. It's like, you know these people when you're young, so I feel like it's just weird. Like, why?
Home field advantage.
That's what he came up with.
I'm trying to think of how weird it is. Like,
track.
I knew this person all my life,
Yo,
so that I could take advantage of.
But you can do that with people you grew up with.
Yeah, but everybody didn't grow up with a lot of friends. Everybody don't grow up the same. Like, everybody don't have
a bunch of people around them.
Yeah, like, they didn't hang outside. Some people was probably living right now, like, they literally, as a kid, up to like maybe 15, they literally probably went to school and came back home and stayed into their little, whatever area. They didn't go out and meet a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And they seen their relatives. And that's how they had most of their interactions if they wasn't at school. Whatever.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. It's just unfair. Like, then if they were all raised the same way, so they learning all this stuff, being curious kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, not bad. What was your questions?
There was no question.
Oh, I thought you had topics. He said you had topics.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That was crazy.
That wasn't it, but that was interesting. It's almost 4:00 anyway, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to end on incest.
No, okay, all right. So
Oh, you didn't want to end on... Nah, let's end it right there. I think
That's a crazy ass thing.
I think that's a great way to end.
You ever look at a chick like on Facebook or whatever? Because we had this conversation. You ever look at a chick and like she have her titties popping out, like overflowing, or like her ass poking out, like usually our profile pic?
Yeah.
How far back do you go into them profile pics?
It depends. I did it today because I thought this chick, she would comment on my page sometimes, and I thought it was like a fake profile.
Yeah.
On my Facebook.
Uh-huh.
I don't care. I specifically said her name. Her name was No Caller ID.
Okay.
Did you see her?
No.
All right, so I'm looking at her like, oh, John, nice. Like, John, like, nice slim body, nice way. Like, yo, John, I don't know. I don't even remember adding her. Maybe I did somehow. But then she had a video where she was just talking at the, and I'm like, yo, she got an actual, I guess there's a confirmation this page exists. She told my relevant stuff. So I went back in her page, went all the way back, back till like I can't go back no more.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. That's the only time I'm curious. Only if I
It was all her?
Yeah. But she had pictures when she was like a little kid and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, this is really a legit page.
You ever go back and then you get to the Middle Eastern boy and shit, like holding the camera?
You can-
Like, just
Oh yeah, I see that a lot.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit be fucking hilarious. Like they see you in
You get
friend
the
request,
Abdi.
like up there,
Right.
and you be going back and it's like 20 pictures of this person,
Yeah.
20 pictures, and then you get back to the boy sitting there with the fucking canned soda, sitting there like, yo,
Yeah, why he ain't just move that picture?
like, why you leave that shit
Delete
up
it.
there?
He just forgot to delete
That
it.
shit up there,
It'd be a
bro.
whole boy with his kid in the picture at the end.
Well, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not fooling nobody. And then you look at their friends and you look at all of the boys that's mutual friends.
It's all Indians.
No, they be your friends. They be your mutual friends, and you be like,
I mean, it's a couple of Indian guys, man.
dumbasses.
Y'all
Y'all
getting
fucking
scammed.
friended this person.
Yeah.
Stupid as shit. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Oh, all right. No, I definitely I went back before and it was like turned to a dude.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a different dude. It was the transition.
Oh.
You could tell like the features got harder and harder and harder until it was like, dude.
Pause.
It was like you're like, oh, you transition.
Oh, so it was a woman.
It was
and then
it was a transsexual that you seen them transitioning throughout the years, throughout the
they transition into a man, or they transition from a man.
from a man to a woman. So
Okay.
you look back in the pictures, you keep going back, it is just you could see them just transitioning,
Yeah.
and then today you'd be like a little boy. Like you're like, yo, the whole little boy that just like over the years became whatever. Like it's nuts.
Yeah, that should be nuts. I was thinking about it the other day. Well, not the other day, probably like a couple months ago. Like you be watching them catfish. You used to watch catfish.
No,
I used to watch this shit all the time because I got catfished.
yeah.
So it was like super.
Oh yeah, you did the fly out, John.
Yeah. I flew out, but shit ain't funny. I mean, it is.
Yeah, I don't. It's crazy. I got the episode of audio. The video it was a long time ago. The
Yeah.
video didn't record.
Yes.
I remember that story.
That was funny.
But anyway, so I'm like, yo, what would you? Because catfishing. People look at catfishing like it's just like, all right, well, you got this chick, right? And then she not what she pretended to be. She stole some pictures from another woman and all this other shit. And there's a couple episodes on there where there's pictures of a woman and it turns out to be a man, right? What happens when she is exactly who she's supposed to be? You go meet her and you spending time with her and you kissing and all of this other stuff and you going on dates and y'all never fuck. And then you find out like on some Jerry Springer shit like that she was born a man. Like, what do you do?
I wouldn't be mad. I would just be like, nah, I don't swing like that. I'm
After
okay.
you was kissing this chick and everything, you wouldn't be mad.
I mean, you can't be mad. It's like because technically she didn't lie.
She lied.
She just
omission is a
she just omitted
that's a lie.
key information.
Okay, that's a key information.
What do you do?
I mean, you can't
Remember,
really
you gotta
do
remember
nothing.
the dude. Some
but
dude went to
leave.
jail behind that shit.
Yeah, but you said went on dates. Like this was going on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I said this before
What?
about like, like why? It's like you could be like damn mad, but it's like I'm already there.
So keep going.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Why you going to abort the mission?
Yes, indubitably.
The mission never existed.
So you at the all right, and this is all hypothetical. It's not even a real situation. It never happened to me. So it was like you at the crib. You've been on a few dates. You brick, right? You at the crib. You brick on the couch.
Got to see it through, my boy.
Yo, boy, like the whatever person get on their knees in front of you, like I got something to tell you. You brick, you whip your joint out, and they're like, I was born or whatever.
You gonna go? Ew. It's just immediately.
Well, man, what are you doing? Like, I ain't trying to hear that.
Who ain't trying to hear that?
I'm like, yo, shut up.
Yeah, nah,
Tell me afterwards.
That joke gonna go from
Tell me afterwards.
that joke gonna go from brick to
when they
gummy
say I
worm
got
real
something
quick.
to tell you, you gonna say, "Tell me after you finish."
Yeah, tell me afterwards. Like, I don't got time for this. Finish the job.
No,
Job's not finished.
no, the job's not done. The job's not finished.
What we talking about?
Yeah, nah, it's not happening.
Right? Like, no. What we talking about is the difference between almost getting your dick sucked by a man and getting your dick sucked by a man.
Yeah.
You know how extreme both those emotions are? Like,
Yeah.
I'm going from horny to fighting. It's a weird transaction.
Yo,
like
what happened when the transaction? What happened when you popped the Viagra and your dick so hard? So you
Like who
can't
does
drop
that?
off and you fight
Like
without
I never had that feeling. I never had the emotion of being.
you hard dick squabbling. What are you doing?
It's just weird within itself. Like
Up there poking
He's
my
like
man in
from
his
morning to
stomach. You
fight.
trying to wrestle
yeah,
with
like it's weird, ain't it?
Yeah, it's
not-
crazy.
That's not weird, man. Like I mean, it's weird as fuck, but it's like I'm pretty sure anything that we think of has happened.
But you still gonna be like, because now you forcing yourself to see the picture.
It would be a long car ride home
Like her,
With who?
with myself.
Oh,
the
okay.
the transsexual telling me that is
No
almost
music,
like
no nothing.
It's like showing, those pictures be like how many faces you see inside the tree, and the branches kind of like look like the person's face.
Yeah.
Like you telling me that now, it's like I have to force myself to see the man in you. It's an attempt. Like I'm not gonna magically just see a man and like, yo, I was born a man. I'm like,
Yeah. I'm gonna take your word.
I'm be
for
like,
it, bro.
no, but if you thought if you believed it right away, then you should have known already, right?
Nah, there's some handsome women out there, man.
Who's gonna tell you that? Like, I mean, like, what's funny?
Who's
matter of fact,
going to tell you that, or who should tell you that?
this actually happened. Chick said this to me. She was a chick though. She was like,
She was a bona fide chick.
yeah, smash. So, she nice body, big ass butt, like one of the biggest butts that Jones I ever saw. Light skinned Joan. She was younger. She was like 23 at the time. So I picked her up. We was driving, and she was like, doing the Jones, like, yeah, I'm a man. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I'm a man. What you think about that? I'm like, she's like, I'm just fucking with you. You was gonna fuck me too, ain't you? You was gonna fuck with me, wasn't you? I'm like, no, but I literally gotta process what you're telling me. I gotta kind of see, because you don't look like a guy.
You smashed before.
I smashed after that. All right, we in there. You
So-
been in there, it's dry as fuck.
It's dry as fuck. So this some manufactured pussy. You know what I'm saying? Dick flipped inside out, pushed in,
Yeah.
sewed up, however they reconstructed. This is some, you know what I mean, some faux pussy,
Yeah.
right? What were you thinking now? Like, she said she was playing, but you know what I mean? I'm,
Well, I
I'm
don't-
putting way too much spit on this shit to keep her wet. All them second thoughts. Like, I'm cool. Listen, you fucked it up. I'm gonna drop you off. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. We can't come back from it.
Yeah, that is an
Now, if you
immediate
do
turn
it
off.
after I smash, you've been wet, like all of this other shit, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like, and everything is to where a woman should be. You know what I mean? No hard manly features and nothing like that. And you say some shit like that, I'm like, yo, you stupid as shit. It's dismissed. Like, I'm not worried about it. I have reassurances in my head to put it there. But now you say it beforehand, I got nothing but questions. And I don't want to answer those questions. I don't want to answer a single one of them.
No, I think it is a joke. It was a joke. I'm like,
You found out that it was a joke.
yeah, but I'm like,
What if you would have found out
That wasn't a joke.
and it wasn't a joke?
I told you, it depends on when you revealing the story. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I said this to somebody before. It was a guy on another podcast. So I was like, yo, you be like, yo, she got some nice titties or whatever. She got a nice rack. She got a nice butt. Then 3 minutes later, you find out it was a man. You can't tell me it's not nice anymore.
No.
It's still nice. He got a nice butt now.
He got a nice ass. Like, that's what,
It sounds crazy, but it's there. Like,
I've said that, and people look at me like I'm weird. Like, nah, that was a beautiful ass motherfucking dude, man. Like, he was pretty as shit. And they'd be like, "What?" I'm like, I'm being honest. Like, before I knew it was a dude, he was attractive. Now I know it's a dude. That don't mean that he's not an attractive woman. Like, I just know I'm not going there.
your mind, you're literally, like, be honest. Your mind is what you have sex with anything. Like the Matrix. You a fan of the Matrix?
Yeah.
So your mind is everything.
That movie was corny.
Well, he likes he used it for a lot of examples.
Because that's probably the best fucking metaphoric movie ever made. Like,
You literally, your life, like, you seen Atlanta? That scene where Will was talking to the transsexual, he's like, yeah, it's my girl. You remember that in the lobby scene?
Yeah. With Donald Glover.
Yeah. So boy was like, you know,
He was like, that's a man.
yeah. So sex is a spectrum. Like you could do whatever you want. Like sex is not really physical. Like if you blindfold yourself or you was blind and you stuck yourself, if you was having sex, whatever, it doesn't. Your mind is doing everything.
Nah. Well, I agree with you.
And then people don't have.
If I'm blind and I'm feeling around there and I feel a dick, it's a problem. Like, you get what I'm saying? But I'm there with you up until you get to that point, right?
Yeah, but you're talking about somebody that said they was born a man,
right?
Doesn't mean they have a penis.
Correct. But
so you're not gonna feel that.
I'm gonna feel a dry ass twat.
But dry twat don't mean it's like
dry twat.
If you're
what if they lube him up?
No, but if you're
blind, you don't know.
Exactly.
The difference between actual fucking coochie juices and lube. I can definitely feel the difference.
What if she just not turned on at the moment? Now she a man?
She should have been turned on.
Now she a man.
Should have been
like every woman that is dry.
All of them.
You a man? I got questions.
I turned on you, a dude.
But it's
You like it sound crazy.
She's a dude. If she told me she was a dude before I got there, and now she not wet.
She's
She's
joking.
a fucking dude. But I was gonna say, to the point that you was making, I thought about that shit like literally today or the day before today. Like I've been thinking about that. Like if you blind, like. Think about you attracted to what you attracted to, right?
Yeah.
100% honest. You've been with small women.
Yeah.
Like more fit, firm women.
Mm-hmm.
Which one feels better? The thicker woman or the firm woman?
Feels better?
Yes.
Like the inside or like the out?
Just the whole experience.
Oh, the thicker woman.
Right. So take that and you're blind.
Yeah.
How many skinny bitches you fucking?
Yeah, I guess.
Yo, your eyes get in the way. Like they really get in the way.
Yeah, but I'm still not smashing no fat chick. I don't care. It's not happening. Ain't nothing. Nobody gonna say that's gonna convince me.
Offended by smashing a fat chick. I'm just saying, like your eyes get in the way, like because it could be. It's some dope ass people out there who just big.
Get
and
small.
Your eyes is just in the way.
Get small.
Or ugly. Like, can you imagine, like, this person is just, like, everything that you ever wanted personality-wise, and you blind?
Sex ain't nothing but friction.
Okay.
It's just nothing but... No, I'm just saying, like, it's nothing but friction. It's just friction and your mind fulfilling the fantasy for you. Like no one can fulfill the fantasy for you. It's only your mind and friction. It's all you need to be fulfilled.
To a degree.
To all degree, that's all it is. You're sticking yourself into something else to feel resistance and wetness in your mind that come to terms like, yo, this feels lovely.
To a degree, like personally, like just for you. For your existence, if you can convince yourself that you are having sex with that fleshlight, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or sex doll or some shit like that, then okay, you cool.
You know, I find that to be worse than homosexual sex. A man with a fleshlight is worse than homosexual. If you're homophobic, and you're
fuck a fleshlight.
Yes. It's worse. It's retarded. Like,
fuck a butt.
Yeah, I'd rather have sex with something living.
You rather fuck a man than fuck a fleshlight.
I'm not saying in those words. I'm saying that
that's exactly what I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard.
I would not have sex with electronics and technology.
Yo, you would? $1 billion on the table, man, butt fleshlight. Which one you take?
Not having sex with no technology.
I'm taking this fleshlight for a bill.
Technology, bro.
It makes sense. It makes no sense.
Well, it makes a lot of sense.
Like having you stick yourself into a fleshlight. It's like sticking your dick into a socket in the wall.
Okay,
it just makes no sense.
Is that socket in the wall wet?
Yeah, but I'm saying.
I might try it, bro.
That just sounds weird. It doesn't make any sense.
You gotta lump that wall out a little bit because I don't want no flat butt. So you talking about lumping that wall out a little bit, make it a little. You could tell right there.
You could tell that we put too much thought in because you could see an animal. The animal expression when it humps something is just like, yo, I'm just trying to have intercourse. I'm just trying to have resistance.
Yeah.
It don't be like, oh, it's is this goat gay? Like, I don't know. Like, this goat look kind of funny. Like, he just go to humping. Like, I just like.
And then when it fuck Earl and Earl turn around and fuck it up, then they realize, oh shit, my bad, bro. I didn't realize you had a tallywhacker.
But everybody keep making all these weird things. Like
I'm still stuck on the fact that you rather fuck man butt than a fleshlight.
No, I never said that.
That is exactly what you said.
I said if a man has sex with
words, you literally said.
I said I won't have sex with no fleshlight. I won't have sex with no fleshlight.
But you ain't saying nothing about the man butt.
Yeah, but the man. I'm saying though, if it came down, this is extreme. It's an extreme universe and an extreme encounter in the universe.
Yeah, extreme.
Yeah,
as extreme as you want to make it.
Yeah, I'm not doing the fleshlight thing.
Yeah, but
that shit's super weird to me.
Extreme. Listen, it ain't got to be extreme.
Yeah.
All I got to do is be by myself for a long time. Pass me that fleshlight.
Yeah.
I'll be at that motherfucker like Obi-Wan.
I had this conversation before too. So at the end of the day, you this was before a long time ago. You did 20 years.
Yeah.
You trying to maintain this. I'm straight.
Yeah.
You know, machismo, whatever that shit. I think that's what it means to be manly and Hispanic. So you trying to stay straight. You 20 years in, and some titties walk past your cell.
Yeah, some fake titties. Some man titties.
Whatever. It's on your block. It's on your block, and it walk past your cell, and you like, damn, I can go for those titties. Now you gonna say I can go for those?
I'm not gonna say I can go for those. I can't go for them titties.
You did life. You ain't masturbated at all. Like, I'm strict. Nothing. I'm not touching myself. I ain't thinking about this.
I'm touching the shit out of myself.
No, you ain't touching.
I'm in that joint for that long.
Yeah.
Like, first off, let's be honest.
Because you against it.
I do not like fake titties. I've encountered them several times.
Yeah.
They are not attractive. Like, I'm not feeling.
It's hyper technical.
It's not hyper technical. I'm just saying, like right off the bat, like fake titties, I'm not attracted to. Now you got this man. Maybe the man is on hormones and gained some weight, right? So they not fake titties. They just, you know what I mean, like chemically induced titties, right? But if they like prosthetic titties, or if they like surgically implanted titties, I'm automatic like that's doing nothing for me. Yeah. But now if this man is walking around, or this person is walking around with the same uniform I got on while we locked down, there is no thought. Yeah. Like, my brain is automatic. It's kind of sort of like me and you.
Yeah, you're Sully now. Just put them in close quarters.
No, I'm just saying, like, listen, not even Sully.
They throw some titties and a transsexual hooker.
So let's say me and you, like, so your girl, I meet your girl. I know she's your girl. She's automatically in this realm, for my mind, off limits. Like, not sexual, no nothing. I can't, whatever. It's a struggle for me to say that this person, like, I have to look at this person and to judge whether they're even attractive or not. I'm just looking at this person like this, like they a blob or whatever. Like, that's where my brain automatically puts it, because I have to keep myself in this line. I'm not looking at their butt. I'm not looking at their titties. I'm not looking at their smile. I'm not acknowledging any of their beauty. If somebody says you think she's attractive, I'm like, no, she's pretty. And then that's it. You know what I mean? Like, that's as far as my brain is going to go with it. So now you take that same type of brain and you put that in jail with a bunch of men. Like, it's easy for me to put all these men in that category. Titties are not. Like, you over there. So I'm not looking at them titties like I want them titties. Like, there is nothing that's going to push my brain over there.
Yeah. Well, it's not about. I mean, it's not for you to say for you. It's more.
You're saying a person in general.
Yeah, just to realize that a person who did time. Now, if you're doing 2 months in jail,
you doing life.
They say you can't be gay in jail.
Do they have do they still have a male parts or no?
Yeah, they got to be in the male jail.
All right, then no, then yeah.
Yeah, well, so
but if you're doing life and they don't got their male parts no more, then it's like you kind of got to do what you got to do. It's life.
No, they would have to go to a female jail because they don't got the parts no more.
Are you serious? Like, is that like where the line
that's
is drawn?
the rule. That's the rule with jail. Like, you can't if they had the surgery to remove it, they can no longer be in the male jail.
So if you doing life, you gonna smash Shorty Man?
No, because they still got their man parts.
No man parts. Them Jones is gone.
Well, there's not gonna
now
be
here's the way I'm thinking about it.
Made the full conversion scenario.
Here's the way. All right, I'm gonna say this.
It's okay. It's a safe place.
Because that is my life now.
Okay.
That is your life now. So it's like I'm not smashing no dude, but you got the closest thing to a female, that's your life now.
So why not
In
just,
that specific situation?
why not just smash a dude? Like that's your life now.
No. But because that's crazy.
Why? Why is it crazy? That's your life now. You're not coming home.
Because
just fuck the man.
That's not. That's
Just saying.
because that's
First
not even
week.
close.
First weekend.
He said, "Oh man,
Where's it at?
I done got life without parole."
I'm just saying, like, you know you ain't coming back. It's like, might as well. That's kind of sort of like, I would imagine that that's what gay men who don't want to be gay because of religious reasons.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's what they go through with women. Like they out here in this world that they have to abide by this heterosexual lifestyle, and they want their family to look at them a certain way and all of this other shit. So it's like, all right, they out here. They know they gay, but they fucking chicks just so everybody else is okay with it. So now you flip that, you in prison. This the life, bro. This the life. He got.
I can't get jiggy with that.
He got your back.
I can't get jiggy with that.
He got.
I'm saying that's why I had to switch it and say he's your celly.
Yeah.
They throw you in a cell. Say you run it.
Because that's the mental block.
I give you a real scenario. You running from killers, so you take PC, and then PC got a lot of the transsexuals on there.
Okay.
So you get the PC and they give you a celly. The celly is like a top of the line transsexual hooker.
Okay.
Lady boy. That's what they call him.
Yeah, titties done, butt super big, thick, and everything. Hormones
Still got his nuts.
been transitioned 10 years ago, feminine as ever.
Still got his nuts.
Yeah, everything.
Oh.
You in the cell.
Oh.
You just in there like you doing triple life.
Without parole? If I can get parole, then I'm out at all. I'm
just
out.
not saying, like,
100%.
and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I asked myself this question when we was having a conversation about the sex robots, right? And I was like, all right, so what's the difference between a sex robot, somebody manufactured this sex robot, and a trans person? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, the difference is, because I asked myself this question, and this is the answer that was regurgitated almost immediately. The difference is that sex robot wasn't built a man originally, right? Like this sex robot was made to be a woman for you. Cool. I'm fucking it, right? This used to be Tyrone over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now Tyrone is now Talisha or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And you, I can't do it.
I got it.
Can't do it.
No, I get it.
I'm
I'm not
not
trying to convince you.
No, I'm just saying, like, I
think the
that that's
normal person is going to have a good night.
Yeah, no,
I already tell you. I'll tell you that right now.
life without parole.
Any normal person.
Are you normal?
Yeah, I'm normal.
Okay.
By the situation.
So you smashing a dude.
By the situation, I'm gonna have a good night.
You
It don't
gonna
even
have a good
matter.
night.
Because then you stay in that cell and they move her cell to another cell and both like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is the best.
Yeah.
You be like, yo, we'll come out next day like, I did 21 years, but like, I'm good today. Like, yo, what happened?
At the end of the day, there's a mirror in front of me, and I got to look in that motherfucker and see and look back
It's
at
a
it.
jailhouse mirror. Them little jailhouse mirrors.
The joints that ain't really a mirror. It's just
Yeah,
like steel.
Yeah, it like get scratched so easily. Like, fuck that jailhouse mirror.
So that mirror
It's just
don't
like it's just a steel slab
Yeah, I'm
that you
not.
look into.
I'm not doing it.
You
No,
barely,
we can end on it. Love it.